You're listening to a New York Yankees episode of the Jacob Valk Show. He's breaking down the team's latest goings-on as only he can. Follow him on Twitter at RealJacobValk. Here he is, Jacob Valk.
Hello, Yankees fans! Welcome to another New York Yankees episode of the Jacob Valk Show. I am the Jacob Valk, and you're not. From a Red Sox perspective, there have been some very bad regular season series against the Yankees. 2006, 1978, if you want to throw the playoffs in there, 2003. What you saw over the weekend can be mentioned in the same breath. I don't mind that. The Red Sox had a chance to put the final nail in the Yankees' coffin. If they had swept the Yankees or had won the series, the story would have been, the Yankee season is over, forget about it, sell, sell, sell. Now, they actually have some life. Not a lot of it. I'm still skeptical. But they have a pulse. They really, really do. These were two really impressive wins. On Friday, you have this AAA lineup making Eduardo Rodriguez and Tanner Houck look like the second comings of Roger Clemens and Louis Tiant. The Yankees only get 3 hits. They can't convert on their opportunities. They lose 4-0, and you're thinking, here it goes. This is how it starts. The Yankees win a very weird game on Saturday, but it was only 6 innings. Gerrit Cole was on the mound. It didn't inspire a ton of confidence in you. You know that Sanchez and Torres have talent, so them hitting back-to-back home runs shouldn't stun you. I'll say this, though. Thank God that game was called where it was. Because Aaron Boone was fully prepared to send Gerrit Cole back out there for the 7th inning. That would have been a terrible decision. He labored to get through the 6th inning. That mound was in terrible shape. The game should have been called a long time before the 6th inning. The fact that Cole was getting ready to come back out there really upset me, because I thought he was going to hurt himself. I thought his arm was going to fall off. Or he'd twist something. That was a very dangerous decision by Boone. Fortunately, Mother Nature intervened. But again, how much can you read into that? It was 6 innings. God only knows what would have happened in the final 3 innings. Yes, the Yankees won, but you can't read too much into it. You can read a lot into what happened yesterday, though. You've got the bottom half of the lineup producing. Gardner had a single. Rougned Odor went 2 for 3. He hit a home run. Same thing with Ryan Lamar. Greg Allen went 1 for 2. You saw great fielding plays made by Lamar. Tim LeCastro, who unfortunately tore his ACL, Tyler Wade. It was incredible. It reminded me of 2019, next man up. Except instead of Gio Urshela, Mike Tauchman, and Cameron Maybin, you have Greg Allen, Ryan Lamar, and Tyler Wade. The pitching was incredible. The Red Sox are one of the best offensive teams in Major League Baseball. In these 3 games, they only scored 6 runs. That's 2 runs per game. That's not going to get the job done. Montgomery was great. Cole was great. Tyon was great. Aroldis Chapman had a couple good innings. The pitching, plus these AAA players, kept the Yankees afloat over the weekend. It begs the question, can they actually do this? Can they somehow tread water until the big guns come back and motivate Brian Cashman to make some trade deadline moves? I'm very, very skeptical. I've got to see more. I've got to see how they do against a decent Phillies team. I've got to see how they do in the 4 games at Fenway. Hell, I want to see how they do in the 3 games at Tropicana Field. The second that the tarp came out on Saturday, my father and I left. We knew that they were going to call it right there. And we had WFAN on as we were driving home. And Sweeney Murdy was doing some rain delay theater. He said something that's 100% true, most likely. Brian Cashman probably has 2 piles on his desk. Pile A is the trades that he's going to make if the Yankees prove to him that they can make the playoffs. Pile B has all the trades that Cashman's going to make if the Yankees fall off a cliff. Right now, they're in a holding pattern. You can't blow it up now. There's too much goodwill. You just won 2 nationally televised games against your arch rival. But you can't go all in because if you boil it down to the ground, all the Yankees did was make up a game. They're still in 4th place in the AL East. They're 7 games behind the Red Sox. They're 3.5 games behind the Athletics. They've got 4 teams that they need to leapfrog. The Athletics, Blue Jays, Mariners, and Indians. The Yankees engendered some goodwill for the next 48 hours. Let's see how they do against the Phillies. Let's see how they do in Boston. Let's see how they do in Tampa. The Yankees are in a holding pattern right now. Let's put it this way. I'm backing off my stance of blowing things up. If I was 100% there on Friday, I'd say I'm like 97% there now. These are some impressive wins, and if the Yankees can get hot, it's not the right decision to blow things up. At the end of the day, Brian Cashman's not stupid. He hears all the people calling for his job. He sees the tweets. Is it going to happen? God only knows. But he knows that a big playoff run will shut a lot of people up. He doesn't want to blow things up unless he has to. And if he blows things up and gets some big prospects, he can sell it. He can say, hey, I'm the right guy to lead this retooling. I did this in 2016. Look at what happened in 2017. Let me finish the job here. I'm halfway there. I just started the retooling. Let me finish it. Would that convince Steinbrenner? Maybe. The reality is, as of this very moment, the Yankees are in a holding pattern. They shouldn't blow things up, but they also shouldn't go all in for guys like Starling Marte, Trevor Story, and Joey Gallo. Let's see where they are in a week. There is one other thing that I have to say, and it's about what happened on Saturday with the fan throwing the ball at Alex Verdugo and hitting him. The fan was later banned from all Yankee Stadium events and all MLB games. That is the right decision. I would have even gone further than that. I would have prosecuted him for assault. You throw a baseball at someone, that's assault. The guy's a moron. The guy's a disgrace to all Yankees fans. He should spend some serious time at the tombs. The reality is there's no defense for what that fan did. Literally none. It's no different than if he saw a Red Sox fan waiting online for a beer and he threw the baseball at the back of the Red Sox fan. Just because these guys are players doesn't mean that they're robots. They're human beings. They have feelings. You need to treat them with the same respect as you treat anyone else. I mean, we saw a lot of that in the NBA a couple months ago. Haven't seen it as much in Major League Baseball. Look, I understand that it's Yankees-Red Sox. Best rivalry in sports. And maybe Verdugo was joying with the fans a little bit. It came out that Verdugo likes doing that. Truthfully, I didn't know that. But it's not like he said any racial slurs. It's not like he was dropping F-bombs all over the place. If Verdugo was just trying to have some good-natured fun, and one idiot fan took it the wrong way, I mean, come on. That's not an excuse. That doesn't make what the fan did okay. I heard some people defending the fan. That's absurd. Big man throwing a ball at Verdugo with his back turned. The reality is that fan is a disgrace to all Yankees fans. And it is the right decision to ban him from all Major League Baseball games and all events at the stadium. You'll get another one of these Yankees shows next week. Regular episodes of the Jacob Valk Show come your way every weekday afternoon. Thursday's going to be really special. You're going to get 2 shows. NBA Mock Draft Special in the afternoon with my buddy Nick Ornberger. That'll be the regular episode of the Jacob Valk Show. And that night, you'll get my reaction to what the Seattle Kraken did in the expansion draft. Also, next Friday is the MLB trade deadline. So that show will be all about the trades made in advance of 4 p.m. Eastern Time on the 30th. Until next time, I am Jacob Valk saying, why would Hal Steinbrenner want me? Did he fire his limo driver?